Hey everyone, good Thursday morning. It is just a little before 8 o'clock when I'm recording this, and most of us woke up to a little bit of snow this morning, but I mean a little bit. The trends over the last 48 hours have definitely been in the downward direction with the expected snow amounts, and that trend continued overnight. And yeah, this is more of a nuisance than anything, but you still have to watch for some slick surfaces this morning and maybe again later on today. Here's a broad view of this system. This is going to be a much bigger deal today for areas off to our south and east, closer to Baltimore and the nation's capital and heading up towards Philadelphia. It's also going to be a bigger deal off to our west, closer to I-71 and over towards the Toledo, Lima, and Dayton areas with somewhat higher snow totals over there. Around here, it is going to be pretty modest. Let's take a few looks outside this morning. This is our camera across from Eastwood Mall in Niles along 422. And as you can see, there's definitely a little snow on the road there, but certainly passable. It looks better down in Boardman, mostly wet here at the very busy intersection at rush hour, 224 and Market Street. This is I-76 and I-80 in Mahoning County, looking pretty good. This has obviously been treated some, and the snow has been pretty light. And then this is 80 at Salt Springs Road. And yeah, you can see the snow falling here, but the road seems to be doing just fine. It's probably been treated pretty well. All right, what to expect for the rest of the day today? I think snow is going to fall at varying intensity. Sometimes it's going to be real light. Sometimes it'll probably even stop snowing here and there, especially this morning. And then sometimes the snow might get a little bit heavier, but it's going to be pretty manageable, I think, especially during the daylight hours. Now, I've stopped our animation here at 6 o'clock this evening. So the evening rush hour is starting to wind down, and this is when snow might try to pick up in coverage and intensity once again, and this will be after dark, and it may have an easier time sticking, especially on untreated surfaces. So, during the daylight hours today, I don't expect anything super hazardous, but this evening it could get a little bit slippery for a handful of hours. Here's 10 o'clock this evening, and then the snow tapers off overnight to just some flurries for the most part. That being said, it's going to turn colder and colder overnight, so any flurries and random snow showers that manage to linger through the overnight could still put down some small accumulations and make things a little bit slick, again, especially on those untreated surfaces. And then after a pretty quiet and cold day on Friday, flurries might return for a time Friday night and early on Saturday. The rest of the weekend should be pretty quiet and a little bit warmer. Just to show you how much things have changed in the last couple of days, no surprise. Now, this isn't as big of a sudden last-minute change as the storm from earlier this week, but here was the model blend of expected snow totals 48 hours ago. This was what the models were showing 48 hours ago, Tuesday morning. And we went out with an initial forecast of 3 to 6 inches, and ever since then, you'll notice the trend here in Youngstown above my head. There was the evening run Tuesday evening. Here's the morning runs Wednesday morning, Wednesday evening, and finally this morning. You can see that the trends have been definitely in one direction, more focused in western Ohio and also off to our east. Hey, this thing happened. These things happen sometimes. That's why we tell you to check the forecast often, because that first kind of stab or first opening bid, if you will, that tends to be the least accurate in terms of the final snowfall expectations. But like I said in my long Facebook and Twitter post the other day, hey, we got to put out a forecast at some point. So we can't wait until 12 hours or 24 hours before the snow flies in most cases. So anyway, this is going to be an inconvenience at worst for most of us today. I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday. I'll see you this evening on 21 News at 6 and 11 and on Weather for Weather Geeks.